glimpse into power. Titian's masterpiece of Doge Andrea Gritti. Titian's portrait of Doge Andrea Gritti is a masterpiece that encapsulates the essence of power, authority, and the human spirit. Painted circa 1546–1550, it resides in the West Building, ground floor, Gallery 37 of the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C. Titian, c. 1488–1490, 1576, was one of the most celebrated painters of the Italian Renaissance, known for his mastery of color, light, and texture. During the late phase of Titian's career, when he experimented with more expressive and dynamic brushwork and created some of his most influential portraits. Doge Andrea Gritti, 1455–1538, was the elected leader of the Republic of Venice from 1523 to 1538, a prominent figure in politics, diplomacy, and patronage of the arts. The painting is a vertical portrait showcasing an older man with tan skin and a white beard against a dark brown backdrop. The subject's body is angled to our right while his gaze pierces to our left, shadowed under heavy brows. The contrast between the dark background and the luminous attire of the Doge accentuates his imposing presence and status. The Doge was an unusual brick-red cap edged with gold and a heavy gold robe over a deep rose-pink garment. The cap, which sits low over his forehead and then rises at the back almost like a gourd, is a distinctive symbol of his office. The rose-colored garment, which is streaked with cream white to suggest a sheen, and the gold, brocade-patterned robe, which is buttoned near the high collar but then flares open over his chest, convey his wealth and elegance. The turned-back edge along our left is painted white, perhaps to suggest fur lining, adding to the richness of his costume. Large, round, gold buttons the size of ping-pong balls line the left edge of the robe opening, drawing attention to his authority. He wears a gold ring on his right hand, on our left, and he clutches the fabric of the robe near his waist with that hand, creating a sense of movement and gesture. Doge Andrea Gritti, portrayed with rich impasto, thick buildup of paint, emphasizing the architecture of his face, has a ferocious expression that mirrors his domineering personality as one of Venice's most influential post-medieval doges. His long, hooked nose, high cheekbones, and the corners of his mouth that turn slightly down suggest his determination and resolve. His eyes, which are shadowed under heavy brows, convey his intelligence and shrewdness. Gritti first came into public view in 1502 and was elected Doge in 1523 after negotiating peace with the Turks and serving as commissioner of the Venetian army. He was a highly ambitious, even autocratic leader, who succeeded in becoming one of the most effective and influential of all post-medieval doges and played a major role as a patron of art and architecture. He was also a man of culture and learning, who corresponded with humanists and scholars, and collected books and manuscripts. The forceful hand gesture in Gritti's portrait may quote Michelangelo's famous sculpture of Moses, circa 1513 to 1515, drawing parallels between him and Pope Julius II, both formidable leaders renowned for their terribility, or their awe-inspiring personalities as leaders in war and politics. Julius also provided a striking precedent for Gritti in his vigorous promotion of art and culture as an expression of political renewal. The composition and character of the portrait suggest that it was conceived not as an official image for a public building, but rather as a private commission, and subsequently remained in the possession of the Gritti family. The work gives powerful expression both to the majesty of the office of Doge and to the physical and intellectual vitality of Gritti the man. Titian's bold, sketchy handling of paint breathes life into this artwork. It is energetic yet precise. The sheen on Gritti's robe communicates extravagance while his expression exudes authority, capturing both the majesty of his office and the vitality of his man. The contrast between the dark background and the luminous attire creates a dramatic effect, highlighting the Doge's presence and status. The painting is regarded as one of the finest of all Titian's portraits, and one of the most influential in the history of portraiture. In conclusion, Titian's portrait is more than an artistic creation. It is historical documentation, capturing not only the physical attributes but also echoing the political prowess and cultural influence wielded by Doge Andrea Gritti during his reign. It is a glimpse into the power, authority, and the human spirit of one of the most remarkable figures of the Venetian Republic.